What's up everybody, it's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Planet Coaster, and today we're back in Westwood. It's actually been quite a while since we got back into this park, so it's about time we get back into it. So in this episode, we're going to be focusing on this centerpiece right here, which I decided to make a clock tower, which is actually going to be really neat. And I think it's a nice centerpiece for the central Westwood square, so it will be very nice. And then we break off into the bridge over here, which gets us to our first nicely themed area, which I don't get to yet, but most likely in the next episode. So anyways, pretty much this clock tower is just gonna have layers to it. It's got a wooden base with some of this like castle-y stuff. I kind of looked up some reference stuff. It seemed like to have a lot of castle-y stuff, but I still want to make everything look a little bit more unique, but still have a look that it could possibly still be from the 1890s or 1880s or something like that. So that's kind of the feel here. And when we break off into this first section of the park, it's most likely going to have or a water ride over there, and I haven't decided which one yet. By the time the next episode rolls around, I will be decided, and it's either going to be the log flume or the river rapids. I'm probably looking more towards the river rapids ride because I'm very excited to actually work on a river rapids ride. I think it'll be really cool because it's going to be over by the body of water, and that's kind of the plan on how that's all going to plan out, so and stuff and everything like that. So the first area that is actually going to be in there is actually going to be kind of a, again, it's all going to be themed around the same thing, but every area is going to have its own kind of storyline. So it's kind of like the first town within Westwood. I don't know how to explain it. It's not a town, but kind of like the first, I don't know, like, I can't think of the word right now, like, so, like, kind of where all your people live, in a way. It's like a neighborhood almost like that, but I don't know what they were called back then. So anyways, it's just gonna be like kind of like a little town within a town in a way, and that's kind of be it. We'll get more into the storyline once we get over there, but anyways, we're working on the centerpiece clock tower, and I thought a clock tower would work very well. I was debating many different things, but the clock tower just seemed to be nice because it will stand out right at the entrance, and everyone's going to be like, hey, look at that clock tower. It's awesome. So I thought the clock tower actually worked out very well for this part of the park, and it's going to look really cool. So also the other thing that we get into is the bridge over there, which actually will end up being a very simple wooden bridge that still is going to have a unique look to it. But anyways, back to the clock tower here, I wanted to make sure it had like different layers, wider, and then as soon as it gets to the top, it actually gets smaller and smaller for everything, and actually did turn out pretty nicely. And yeah, we got ourselves a pretty decent clock tower. And again, detailing I've never been really great at, but I try to take a stab at it here with some really nice detailing. I actually think it turned out pretty nicely, and I feel like I have a little knack for creating clock towers, and I think they look really cool. So another plan that I was always thinking was right behind the clock tower is going to be the train station for the steam train. And that's how this is going to kind of go down. It's going to take it to the other side of the park, and we might either get into that or the first area of the park next. So I'm unclear which one we're going to do, but rather the steam train is going to be behind this clock tower for the entrance for that, and that's how this park is going to be kind of shaping out a little bit as we get around. So anyways, a lot of stuff to be done in this park, obviously. I don't know exactly how many episodes this is going to take, but I'm trying to take my time to not rush this park and actually make it something that I'll be proud of. And it's still unclear if I'll be proud of it, but I'm going to be working really hard on a lot of the theme sections, and want to go back and fix some other areas towards the end of the series, because I will do touch-up episodes where I go around and actually change a lot of stuff, because there might be stuff I might want to change in the end, or kind of reshape around the park and stuff. I think that will be a good thing to do. especially if there's something that I'm kind of unsure with or don't really care for, and that could be even completely demolishing buildings and putting something in, stuff like that. So don't be surprised if any of that happens in the end. So everything you're seeing is not final. And nothing is safe in this section of the park, or anything is safe. Nothing is safe. Just keep that in mind, that maybe I'll come back and say, I wish I would have done this with a clock tower. It would have been nicer. I could have made it taller. I will go back and do stuff like that. Even though I don't think I'm going to mess with this clock tower, because it actually turned out pretty nice, and I actually really enjoyed the clock tower. It turned out really good, and there's still some details that will probably be added later on, but for right now, the general layout and structure is there, and it looks quite nice. So I have no problem with the clock tower. It looks pretty good, and I can't wait to get into our first rides in the park. I really can't. I know you guys can't wait either. A lot of people have been asking, when are you going to build the first roller coaster? And I'm like, I don't know. It just depends when we get there, and when we get there, we'll get there, and those days are coming. So I'm just not sure how soon, because the first area over there will most likely have a roller coaster, just not a very large one. It's going to be kind of a smaller one probably. That's going to be that's going to be over there. The main ride over there is going to be the water ride. That's going to be the main part in that first section of the park. Again, there's probably only going to be 4 to 6 roller coasters in this park, give or take. I don't know. Most likely around 6, maybe 5. It just depends. And again, I'm planning each section. This park is fully planned. I know what I'm going to be doing. When I say that, I don't mean like, there's still some stuff being finalized and figuring out what I'm going to be doing. So I won't be going into an episode not knowing what I'm doing. So I have an idea of what I'm already going to be doing for each episode. So that's it. When I say it's planned, I mean each episode is pretty much planned. And the layout of the park is, like, it's hard to explain. Like, very minor details still are yet to be planned, but like overall everything else is pretty much planned, as in where the park is going. And I'm still kind of finalizing what kind of coasters are going in, but there are some that are for sure. Like an RMC wooden coaster is definitely going in this park. A B&M sit down, or B&M floorless rather, is actually going into the park. And I do want to put a wooden coaster in, but that one, it's either going to be a wooden coaster or a mine train, one of the two. That's kind of like where we're stuck at the moment. So anyways, going into the bridge over here, I've never really built a bridge before, so this was kind of a new experience for me, and I don't think it turned out the greatest in the world, but it's meant to be very simple and quite simple. And it's just a little wooden bridge for guests to walk over the little river here that goes under, that connects to the park. So I really want to use a lot of water in the park, give it a lot of water parts, especially interacting with like the water rides and stuff like that. I think that will actually benefit it, having that water around, and I think it will be quite nice. And it'd be nice to have quite a few bridges. I mean, this might not be the only bridge in the park, and again, I do want to add a lot of terraforming in the park as well. Maybe not too much around the pathways a lot, but mostly around the rides and coasters and stuff like that. You're going to probably see a little bit more of terraforming and stuff like that. I really want to make this park unique in its look, and terraforming wise and all that stuff. I want to make sure it looks unique and quite different than what you're used to, so we won't be able to guess like what map I'm using and stuff like that. That's kind of like the look I'm going for. It's something that's completely different and stuff like that. So I was debating whether to put a middle support under the bridge, but I thought it was small enough that it didn't really need it. So I didn't want to over support it, and it looked quite nice, I thought, of where it was. And again, it's not probably not the greatest bridge in the world, but it is something. It is a bridge that is not plain. So I thought it was quite nice, and the pathway actually was covered by the wooden planks, which I actually thought was a nice touch anyways, so it actually turned out quite nice in my favor. So Anyways, I want to make sure the where the land connects with the water. I'm very stuttering a lot right now. I don't know why. It's kind of weird. But anyways, like the water connects with the actual land. I want to make sure there's like bushes and stuff like that that actually made sense and stuff like. And, this bridge, this roof was quite interesting in itself and what it was becoming, and I didn't know what it was gonna be. I didn't know what was gonna come out of this bridge, really. Again, like I said, things are planned. Like, I knew I was gonna build a bridge here, but just not the detail part of it wasn't very much planned. So again, this might be something I might change in the future, but I still think it looked okay for a simple wooden little bridge here for the park. And adding lanterns adds a little bit more to it as well, and it'll light it up quite nice at night too. So that's kind of a nice little touch. So again, some foliage and shrubbery right here, and just some also some trees just to complete this little edge here. I'll probably do it throughout the entire river. This is kind of what I was talking about just a moment ago, and I'll put it on just either side for right now, and it'll actually go from there. So anyways, I want to build a little bit of a corner spot right here for a building. I thought it would fit quite nicely. Put a building in the corner here that will have like a nice shape to it, a very unique shape to it, and actually have like a diagonal piece going across that spot right there that will connect between the two. And I don't know exactly what building it was going to be. Like, I wasn't planning on this building being here, but then this was the last second building, so I didn't detail it all the way, and I was like, well, let me plan it a little bit more before I get too far into it. And we'll come back to that probably in the next episode or something like that. Like, when I say, like, again, this park is planned, but there's still small things that still need to be, that are kind of improv here and there. So if that makes sense, I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's just how it works for all that. And a lot of just doodads here and there. And what I wanted to do here was actually start to create a little path layout for this first section of the park. I don't end up going with this big circle because I want to make this big, path here that just had like shrubbery and kind of random, and make it like a large pathway. But it did not turn out the way I was hoping, and I decided to mess with it a little bit later, in the next episode rather. And I ended up actually getting rid of all this here in just a second. But anyways, that's about it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to keep watching this park, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and comment for your feedback, because I love feedback and like to hear what you guys think. So that's about all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.